Raj and to Amrita Lakshmi. And finally, the most coveted award of them all, the Institute Gold Medal given to the best graduating student for scholastic excellence is given to Preeta Christopher.
Thank you, sir. I request our chairman, Mr. N.R. Narayanamurthy, to sign the register confirming the awards of degrees to the graduating students.
Thank you, sir. And I request our chief guest to kindly deliver the convocation address.
The chairman of this great institution, my friend Dr. Shah, members of the board, CEOs of these IT companies, colleagues from the neighboring institutions, members of the faculty, Professor Sadagoban, graduates, parents, students, guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Let me wish you all a very great morning. It's always a wonderful experience to join a celebration. Convocation is one such occasion, a very special celebration for many. Let me offer my warmest congratulations to all those who received the degrees today and all those awardees who have brought a very special value to this very institution. I thank those two men who also shared the award. Predominantly it is girls-dominated recognition, and I thank all of them for this process. The other day, when Professor Sadagoban asked me to deliver this address, my feelings were somewhat ambivalent. Majority of you assembled in this hall are very learned people, and India in the modern world is perceived as a superpower in the information technology world. So this global perception has been earned as an outcome of the effort of several institutions such as this very organization, industry, and millions of young Indians like yourselves. Therefore, I remain challenged in addressing a group of performers and the wise people assembled here. But Professor Sadagoban is a friend of mine, and I cannot say no either. So I foresaw an awaiting and an untapped opportunity in front of several of you graduating today. Therefore, I felt excited about the prospect of speaking to you about some future global opportunities and to the future leaders in this information technology. Of course, I chose to call this address with the title, Positioning in the World of Information Technology and Awaiting Indian Challenge. Since the Industrial Revolution, there have been several sub-revolutions in the world of technology. Among them, the one through the information technology has transformed the world even more strongly than those from many other technological advancements. During the upwelling of the world in the dot-com era, India did outperform several nations. Indians became a special group of people who created a new economic values through their brain power. In Silicon Valley, people had to change their names to sound like Indians at a particular point of time. But I remember my time in the West as a graduate student. It was a time when the self-esteem of Indians was low. During the dot-com era, suddenly there was a resurgence in this country. Indians attracted global attention, and our students of Indian Institutes of Technology, I would thank them specifically, this national trait for innovation to other citizens of the world. We did become a nation for respect among the global community. I would say it was a welcome and an awesome uprising of a nation of a billion people, and predominantly accomplished through the tools of information technology. I thank all of you for this process. And of course, in this, millions of Indians joined the task of positioning in this country in the world of information technology during that 10-year period. Our young people actually performed the task well and at cheaper cost. In the economic developments of this nation, our software-related exports started getting a major share. Of course, India gained in the process a chair in the high table of the technological world. In this transformation, the software sector played a rather critical role, especially during the last quarter of the last century. Of course, many low-hanging fruits became available to your seniors. Let me congratulate all those who gained for India the special and niche status in the technology-led economic growth during that part of the last century. But success is always enticing. It prepares you for greater challenges on the one hand. It also raises expectations. There are now great expectations from all of you. You are entering into the world of new information technology era at a time when the nation's expectations from the software professionals are large, and the challenges of outperforming others are even larger. The challenge ahead is to position yourself in the right value chain in the emerging knowledge economy. Information technology, of course, has provided several handy tools and products. It added new dimensions to knowledge-based services. Several million jobs have been created for the educated youth in many developing countries in short spans of time. The global trade on these software-related products and services have grown leaps and bounds. Of course, there are pessimists in every society, and we are having our due share as well. They express concerns that majority of services of countries like ours are at the low end of the value chain. These are true pessimists, of course, and I define pessimist as one who sits in front of a chocolate cake and a cashew Barbie and think and talk about calories. Therefore, I like to draw your attention to the awaiting opportunity ahead of several of you. Maybe you should eat those chocolate cakes and cashew Barbie and run a little faster. But I think it is necessary to look at that opportunities that are today stimulated through the knowledge sectors such as information technology. Moving up in the value chain of this especially knowledge-based industry like software is true a challenge. It is a challenge to be met. It is a summit to be conquered. I am certain that many young and aspiring Indians would conquer this summit and position this nation in her rightful place in